You can hear me clearly now?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, good. Yeah, no, Bob, it's been 32 years. I was talking with somebody the other day, and I thought, wow, I just can't believe this journey over 32 years, and hearing all the product testimonials, and hearing all your stories, it really kind of made me understand even more so. You know, I think we tend to take it for granted, I think, after you've been with the company for as long as I have, and you forget. Not that I've forgotten the power of the product, but I still get so excited when I hear some of the stories and the powerful testimonials and the impact, you know, we're making in people's lives. And I think that's one of the main reasons us NeoLifers, we keep doing what we're doing, because we really have a purpose, and we truly make a difference. And that's it. So many people go through life and they have a journey where they're not doing this. And that is one of the greatest things that we as distributors and promoters and club members, so grateful that we have this opportunity to truly make an impact. And when we leave this life and go on to the next, you know, we can look back and say, wow, you know, we really made an impact. And one thing that this business has allowed myself and my family is to just have the freedom and the time freedom to do the things that we really love to do. And you know, my kids were very involved in sports. They played basketball and football, and I never missed a practice or a game unless I was at a major NeoLife function. But I was very involved in all my kids' activities. You know, meal planning and cooking and preparing meals. That was something that was very important for us as a family, is to cook and have family dinners. All the things that people struggle with. So many people are just, you know, rushing around. They get up in the morning, they get their kids off to school, you know, they get home after work, they don't have time to prepare meals, they don't have time to spend with their family, they're tired, they're constantly kind of on this wheel spinning, and they're not really enjoying their time, and they don't have the time freedom. And that's one thing that I just stress. If people make a small commitment to the business, you know, anywhere from 3 to 5 years, they can have that freedom and that flexibility of time where they can, you know, really do what they want to do. So it's been amazing, Bob. I'm loving what I do. I'm now spending a lot more time with my mom and dad. You know, my dad's getting up there in age, and my mom's needing some help here around the home. So I'm back, you know, here living with my parents most of the time, and just really, you know, my kids are grown and gone. They're pretty much, you know, living a different life, but just having that freedom to be able to help my family and be here and spend time and still continue to build, you know, my NeoLife business. Even at this stage, I have huge goals for the next 5 years with my business and my team. I'm helping them, you know, reach levels where they can have that freedom and that security that, you know, we've been able to build over the last 32 years. So it's been awesome.
How did you get started on the product, or what led to you getting involved with NeoLife? You had some health problems.
Well, Bob, you know, I was a police officer, as some of you know. I was working down in the city, downtown Toronto, and 32 years ago, it wasn't normal for a 20-year-old or to take supplements. So I never took supplements. I watched my mom take supplements, and she didn't get any results. She started experiencing some aches and pains, and back then fibromyalgia was not being diagnosed. They told her it was all in her head. She really struggled with, you know, pains in her fingers and in her toes. And I was starting to experience some of these symptoms. I started to get some pains in my knees. I was using antihistamines. And after working down in the city, I rode a motorcycle downtown Toronto. And being on a motorcycle for 8 to 10 hours a day, breathing in car exhaust, my allergies got to a point where they were year round, and I was using antihistamines pretty much year round. I was tired all the time. I had really bad PMS, really struggled with my menstrual cycle. And again, I was very active. I tried to stay active. I was exercising, but I had to stop doing some of the things I love to do, like step aerobics. I had to start speed walking because I couldn't put a lot of pressure on my knees. And yeah, here I was in my 20s, and I knew that there was something wrong, but I just didn't know what I could do. And right around that same time, my neighbor and dear friend, Flo Clemondon, asked me for advice. She asked me if I'd be interested in trying these supplements with her. And I said, no. I said, no, thank you, Flo. I said, I have a great diet. I exercise. I don't need to take vitamins. But she was really dealing with fatigue and depression, and decided that she would give them a try. So she did, and I watched her, and she got great results. I actually just looked at her and I said, Flo, I said, I'm kind of curious, but I would like to have somebody come to my home and explain the products to my family and myself. So I had somebody come and, share it with my mom, with, he addressed her fibromyalgia and her aches and pains. And my aunt came to the meeting who had migraines, and I had another friend that had really poor digestion that came to the meeting. I had another friend that had Crohn's that came to the meeting. So I had all these people in my home that all of a sudden started sharing some of the health challenges they had. And I had no idea that, the NeoLife opportunity could help them in any way, but I just said, just come and check it out and see if there's something that might be able to help you. So everyone joined, and Al, who was the gentleman that he was, signed everybody up under me and just said, Nat, I know you're not interested in the business, but down the road, maybe this might be something that could help tax savings at the end of the year. And that kind of sparked my interest a little bit, because I thought, wow, tax savings, that would be kind of nice to have, especially because as a police officer, the government took a good portion of our check. So, and it was interesting because within that month, back then, they called it something else, but I guess I became senior manager equivalent to now, and then I became a director. But we weren't allowed to become a director in our first
I think
month.
your fingers over.
Board had to actually hold my points back and put them over into the next month, because back then you weren't allowed to just dive in. But it just happened. I had my family, my friends, and everybody at work was asking me about the products. I got really excited. I couldn't stop sharing. And then I drove to Nashville. So I signed up in May. June I became director, and then July I drove to Nashville to find out more about the company. And that's when I met Dr. First. I met the rest of some of the other scientific advisory board members. I met people from all over North America that had been in the business since 1958. And that's when Flo and I just looked at each other and said, oh my gosh. I said, this company is real. No wonder we're getting results with the products. And we got really excited. I mean, it was difficult though back then. We didn't have cell phones or internet, or I had a pager and answering machines and fax machines. So, we had to deliver. Back then, you had to, directors had to sell to their customers. You couldn't have anybody ordering directly from the company. So I was ordering all these products, driving around, delivering product, collecting money, paying my senior managers and my managers for my bonus check when I got it at the end of the month. It was hard, and I was scared to death because I don't like math and, PV, BV. I was so confused, but my upline and her upline, Gord, we would sit together at the end of the month and work out our points and who we had to pay. And oh my gosh, it was fun, but it was really scary at the time. And then as time went on, I started to set some pretty big goals. I realized I didn't want to be a police officer for the rest of my life, and wanted time freedom. But watching my mom's health turn around, and she's now in her 70s, and she's pain-free. So, and I started working out. I actually work out 5 days a week, 4 to 5 days a week, and my workouts are anywhere from usually around 2 hours. I'll do an hour of cardio, an hour of weight training, or an hour of cardio, an hour of kickboxing. So my knees, no issues with my knees. So yeah, it's been awesome. So health-wise, leading right into the business was a perfect lead, and especially with the results my mom and myself and my family got on the products. And my sister has a very powerful testimony. She was bulimic for many years, and we didn't know. And so she didn't have her cycle. She had stopped her period, had stopped for years. And I remember when I was on the beach walking with Emma Jo Krause at one of the conventions, it must have been a World Team event. I asked her, I said, is it possible for my sister to get pregnant and to get her cycle back again? And I'll never forget her telling me, she goes, Nada, you get her on 12 Formula 4 a day and she'll get her period back. And, you know, I came home and said, Mom, I go, you know, I think Diana might be able to get her cycle back again. We can get her healthy again. And so we all pulled together as a family for Christmas, and we got a gift basket full of Formula 4 bottles. And she took 12 a day, and in I think it was a month or 2 months, she got her cycle back, and she had 2 kids in her 40s.
Good.
Yeah.
So I mean, so many powerful testimonials. Bob, when you've been in business this long, so many stories to share, and that is what formed the foundation for me to build an incredible business and an incredible team. So.
Okay, Nada, I think maybe is your finger by the mic, because it's kind of garbled.
Oh.
There you go.
Is it better now?
Yes, much better. Much better.
Okay. Did you hear that about my sister?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in only 2 months, on 12 Formula 4, her cycle normalized.
Yep. And that was like 20. I'm trying to think now. Her kids are now 10 and 8, and I'm trying to think. Yeah. So it was about 5 years before she started. Yeah. So about 15 years ago now, I guess. Yeah, and she's still just maintaining a basic program with Tran, Formula 4, you know, following the basic protocol, protein shake, breakfast, like pretty much the breakfast pack, and a little extra of some of the other nutrients. But yeah, she's doing amazing.
Okay, that sounds just like Emma Jo, what you said. And you know, Tony and Yvette, they have, their niece had not, she's about 21. She hadn't had a cycle for like 2.5 years. And Tony told her to take 10 Trianin a day. And like in 9 days, her cycle started.
Right.
Right. So not too unusual that hormone problems could get resolved and normalized. And I remember, Nada, you said that your wrists, you couldn't play volleyball because the pain in your wrists.
Oh, yeah.
And then you couldn't lift weights because your knees hurt, but now you can power lift more than an instructor that's much younger than you, right? Right?
I keep forgetting about, you know what? It's funny, Bob, after I forgot about my wrists, because my wrists are so amazing, and I work out quite a bit now. Yeah, I had problems with my wrists, and I do a lot of yoga, downward, like a lot of workouts that require a lot of, you know, strength with my wrists. And yeah, incredible. The full motion and the salmon oil. I do take 6 salmon oil a day, and the 3 full motion a day, and extra calcium. So yeah, definitely.
So do you want me to tell?
With my wrist.
Do you want me to tell the rest of your testimony, since I know it so well?
What's that?
You want me to tell the rest of your testimony, since I know it so well?
Yeah.
Actually, I just remember you said that, you know, your wrists were hurting you. But so between full motion, you're saying, and CalMag, and is the shake quite important also for, you know, joint regeneration or cartilage?
Yeah. Calcium, like the CalMag, magnesium. I do 2 protein shakes a day because of how active I am. I do the NeoLife shake in the morning, and then I'll do the sport recovery after my workout.
Okay, very good. Very
but
good.
I think it's important to have that recovery after as well.
Okay. And Nada, so you're saying that you've seen so much benefit personally and in people that you have a high level of conviction on what the product can do, how it can help them, right?
Absolutely. And my kids, oh my gosh, I have one amazing testimonial that even to this day, I actually did an interview with my son, Luke. And if you ever want that video, it's on YouTube, and I did post it on Facebook, but he was a quarterback for a high school and a local football league. And incredible football player, and he was always a starting quarterback. In his first game of one of his high school seasons, the first game, he slipped. That was like a very rainy the night before, so the grass was really slick, and he just slipped and his ankle just kind of snapped, and oh my gosh, everybody ran on the field. He had to be carried off the field, and I remember the trainer looking at me, and he said, "Mrs. St.Germain, there's no way Luke will be back this season." I just looked at the trainer, and Luke just looked at me and said, "Mom, just tell me what to take." So we had him doing 9 salmon a day, 9 full motion a day, 12 Cal Mag a day, protein twice a day. And let me tell you, so his practice the following week, he didn't practice, but he was able to kind of limp around the field a little bit. 3 weeks later, he practiced that week, and he started playing that football 4 weeks later and played the entire season.
You know, it shows his level of conviction. As a teenager, he already knew the product was so good because he didn't even listen to the trainer. He just said, "Okay, Mom, tell me what to do."
Yep.
Yeah, so he
knew.
Yeah, he was not daunted by what the trainer said.
No.
Wow, that's
impressive. So so many, like I said, so many testimonials like that. The products are pretty, again, just healing power, reducing inflammation, right? When you reduce inflammation, you heal so much faster.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, so bottom line, Nada, I mean, you had the confidence to build a very large business because of personal results and many friends. Then your son, really same thing, high level of conviction. I'm just looking for the people in our team that aspire to reach out to more people. I mean, they can be confident because it's a superb product, correct?
Yeah.
And so they don't have to, we don't need to be apologetic or embarrassed because this is something that can profoundly change people's lives and better them, correct?
You got it.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to finish up our meeting here. And Nada, thank you for joining us and sharing how you got started. And thank you for leading that great group up there. We're so happy Brent gets to be around you. We're very happy Brent gets to come to your sessions.
Yeah, we love having Brent. He's been having some challenges getting to some of our meetings, but he does join us on our Sunday night Zoom. And we're looking forward to having him come out to some more events. But when he is there, he really brings value to our meetings, which is wonderful.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for welcoming him and for all you're doing up there. And Nada, thanks for helping us today by joining us today. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Have fun, everybody. Enjoy your day.
Thanks, Nada. Bye-bye.